up and welcome to my first holiday video of the year. Who else is like insanely excited for Christmas this year? I've literally been watching Christmas movies like all day, 24/7, non-stop since November 1st, and I feel no shame about it. So one of my favorite things about the holidays is Christmas sweaters. I freaking love Christmas sweaters, and I know you guys love Christmas sweaters, but they can be a little bit on the pricey side. I mean, some of them like are upwards of like $50 and $60, and some of them are even more than that, which is freaking crazy. So I figured today I would show you guys a couple of ways you can DIY some of your own sweaters for way cheaper than purchasing them from the store. Don't get me wrong, I still purchase them from the store. I have two pretty easy ways of making DIY Christmas sweaters. The first one is actually a DIY Christmas sweater from scratch, like a full sewing tutorial. But if you're not into sewing, the second one is just an upcycle sweater into a Christmas sweater. And it looks like this. How freaking cute is this? And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the DIY. So to start making a sweater from scratch, you're going to need about 1 meter to 1.5 meters of fabric. I found this really pretty cotton print at a local fabric store that has reindeers with mustaches and monocles, and I thought it was gorgeous, so I had to use it. So you just want to lay your material backwards and then take a sweater that fits you like you want this new sweater to fit you and lay it on top of your fabric. Trace out the parts that you're going to need to make the base of the shirt, and then make sure you cut out a piece for the front as well as a piece from the back. Then you just want to lay them together inside out, pin the shoulders, and then go ahead and sew them together. Using a zigzag stitch will allow your material to keep its stretch if it has any to begin with. Next, we're going to go on to the arms, so you want to lay out your two pieces of fabric that you've just sewn together on top of a new piece of material and take a pen and trace out the curve that is going to be the sleeve hole. And that will be the beginning of your sleeve piece. Then you want to go ahead and take the sleeve of the sweater you're basing the new sweater off of, lay it on top of the curve from the new sleeve, and trace down the side. Flip it over and trace down the other side, and then you have your sleeve piece. Go ahead and cut that out. Now this is my least favorite part of making sweaters, but trust me, you guys can get this, I believe in you. You want to go ahead and pin the sleeve piece to the armhole that you traced it from. It can be a little bit tricky and feel like it's not really going to fit, but I've done this tons of times before and it will. It just takes a little bit of patience. So once you fold the sweater back in half like a normal sweater would be, it will look like a sweater, and then you want to sew up the seam. And once you have both of the sleeves sewn, you can go ahead and sew up the side seam as well as the other arm seam. And make sure you're sewing these inside out so that when you flip it right side in, you don't have any weird seams sticking out. And then you can go ahead and grab some other fabric. I use some knit fabric, which is really stretchy for this part, to create the cuffs for the bottom of the sweater, as well as the cuffs on the bottom of the arms and the cuffs on the neckline. You want to make sure you have enough that you can fold this in half so that the end of your sleeve doesn't have a weird fraying part. And then you want to go ahead and pin this to the end of the sleeve. I know this looks kind of confusing, but this is how it looks when it's sewn. Hopefully that helps you guys. So you want to sew the white part inside out, and then when you flip it right side in, you have a seamless end cuff to your sleeve, and it looks super, super legit and so cute. And of course, you want to do the same thing for the neckline as well as the bottom of the shirt. And if you guys have any questions on this, make sure to leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Now Now, if you're looking for an even easier way to make a DIY Christmas sweater, you just want to grab a potato, yes, a legit potato, go ahead and cut that in half, and then you can take away the other half if you only want to do one design, and draw your design on the potato. Basically, the marker and the pen might not really work on the potato that well, but you can kind of sketch out your design so you know where you're going to be cutting, and then you just want to cut around the design. I decided to make a little Christmas tree, so I cut around the Christmas tree to make basically a stamp. You know those like rubber things that you like put in ink and you stamp on paper? You know, it's basically that, only made out of potato, and it works perfectly. Just make sure you dry off your potato before you put the paint on it. So I went in with some acrylic paint. You can use fabric paint if you prefer, and you can totally just like dip this right in paint, but I figured it'd be a lot cleaner if I just painted it right onto the potato, and then I just stamped it right on the shirt. You can do like any pattern you like, or you can do what I did, and I literally just stamped trees everywhere, all over the shirt, so it was just like a big mass of Christmas trees, and I'm kind of obsessed. And then this is totally optional, but I used the same method that I used for the first shirt to replace the cuffs on this shirt to make them red, to make them a little bit more Christmassy. So much for watching all the way to the end of this video. Please let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite, and of course if you guys try either of these DIYs, make sure you tweet me photos, tag me with @FallonFraser. I'd love to see your recreations of the sweaters. Also let me know if you guys like my sewing tutorials, because I did a few during the Halloween season and I got like a really good response, so I decided to test out in a Christmas theme. So let me know if you guys are interested in more sewing tutorials, or you more so want easy DIYs like the second sweater DIY. And if there's any video requests you have for this holiday season, please let me know. And I think that's it for today's video, guys, and I will see you guys very soon with a brand new video. Bye!